Hi, this is Michael Chodosh with Chodosh Guitar. This, I think, is lesson number 7. And instead of working on pentatonics or mode, what we're going to do today is work on the scale that this all comes from, which is the major scale. We have a center around the C scale at Chodosh Guitar. Very often we do things. We'll be working on a song, we'll be working on pentatonic or modal studies. But when you get back to it, all of these things come out of the major scale. So it's always good to be grounded. And this is one of those areas where you really need to be exact and perfect. And it's very simple, really. It's just the C major scale. The first place we're going to start with that, if you're going to start with, or any of those modes I'm playing actually come from the C scale, or can be considered coming from the C scale. And we're going to start with just the full C scale. So a pentatonic scale being 5 notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we add 2 more notes to it, the 4 and the 7 of the major scale, what we're pointing out really is that the major pentatonic is really 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6, missing the 4 and the 7. So any of the chords that we're working on or that we work with, and any of the modes coming from that major scale, tells us that once in a while, if not every day, we need to go back and study those major scales, even if it's from a modal point of view. So you can say, well, I'm going to do D Dorian today, and it's really from the C major scale. If I do a G thing for the country sound, you know, right? It's all notes from a C major scale. So today what we're going to do is very simply go back to those basics and study the C major scale. I'll show it to you in the open, in the 2nd, and in the 5th position. If you hear that metronome going, I don't know if it's coming across to you. I'm using it so I can stay in time so that you can work with me. Now we've done the rhythm exercise number 1, which is whole notes, half notes, quarter notes, and eighth notes. I just want to one time show you what it means to go over the C scale in the open position using those different speeds. Then I think we'll just stick around eighth notes. So here first we have the C scale. Oh, well, we'll start, I'll give you a count. 1, 2, 3, 4, and. Now, these are whole notes in the open position C scale. Don't worry, we're going to speed up pretty soon. This is the slowest one we're going to do today, but hang out and do it. It's a great way to warm up. And in the open position, we just go up to that high G, we come back down. Don't repeat the top note. It always tells people where you are, and then it affects your playing overall. So you just play the top note and start right back down. You can always repeat it later if you choose to. And we're going to continue all the way down to the low open E on the 6th string. Okay, now let's go to half notes on C. And I'll count 4, 3, 2, 1, and start on C, go to D, like that. These are half notes, they're 2 beats each. Now if you're not familiar with it, you should be counting. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. Sounds like I lost a beat on the metronome somewhere. Maybe I started in the wrong spot. Doesn't matter as long as it's 4 beats. Yeah, I think I started on the wrong spot. Doesn't matter. I always set my metronomes to 1 beat. so that at any point, if I lose track of where I am, I can start up again, so you don't hear that high note or low note on a certain spot. Now we're going to go to quarter notes. 4, 3, 2, 1. This is still very simple. Now we're going to go to eighth notes. 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm having a little trouble hearing that metronome. Bring that up. 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Now, at Chodosh guitar, when you get to the level where you can do that, and this is granted, this is not your overall study, it's just one of those discipline studies that go underneath everything, help you build. We go to the second position. You should see it on your screen now. Hopefully I've got a copy of it somewhere. And here's the eighth notes in the second position. 4, 3, 2, 1, join me. Metronome's at 100. Let's do it again. 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, now after we do that, we're going to go on to triplets, eighth note triplets. A triplet is where you play 3 notes in place of the 2. So the triplet for eighth notes would be 3 eighth notes in place of the eighth notes, the 2 eighth notes. And it's 1 olet, 2 olet, 3 olet, 4 olet, 1 olet, 2 olet. That's how you would count it. 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Again, 2, 3, 4, go. Now let's go up to the 5th position. Triplets, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Again, 2, 3, 4, go. You can play it with me, if you can. 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Again, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Now from here we go to 16th notes. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. It's 4 notes where there was one beat. 4 per beat, I guess I should say. 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Four, 3, 2, join me. Tell you what, let's go on to the 7th position, just for fun. This is what I call the 2/6 scale, meaning the second finger root on the 6th string. The last one was the 4/6. 4th finger root on the 6th string, and the one before that in the second position was the 2/5, meaning not a 2/5 scale in that it's a chordal thing. It's got the root under the second finger on the 5th string. 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Again, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Just for fun, let's just make it circular. Just keep going. Again. Again. We'll stop on the next one. Back to the 5, 6. Circular. 2, 3, 4, go. again. One more. Stop on C. Let's go back to the second finger on the 5th string, or the second position scale, the 2-5, meaning the roots, under the second finger on the 5th string. We'll go circularly. 3, 2, 1, and go. We'll do it 4 times. I think that's 4. And stop here. We'll go to the open position. 3rd finger on the 5th string, the 3-5 open position scale. 4, 3, 2, 1, go. But this one's tricky because you don't want any of those open notes ringing. Of course, they're going to. And we'll stop here. Triplets. 8th note triplets. 8th notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and quarter notes. If you want to, you can do the whole thing in quarter notes. Of course, what we do officially, you have to reach one speed before going on to the next position. But I'm not going to tell on anybody if you go home and practice it by yourself, which, by the way, is the kind of motivation that gets you there to where you want to go. Half notes, whole notes, and stop. Now, that's a good C scale study. So we take that C scale. This is still the C scale. Doesn't sound like a C scale because I'm thinking of it in the key of D Dorian, or the mode of D Dorian. So it sounds like I'm playing this D rock stuff, but I'm using the notes from the C scale, and that's what we're studying when we work on the C scale. If somebody says, that's kind of a country lick, you know. Actually, there I used a note that wasn't, so forgive me there. I'm adding a few notes, but it really is the C scale. And if you work on the C scale properly, as I'm showing you today, as we're doing today, you will find that you can more easily get those sounds and that technique you need to obtain the style that you're looking for. So that's lesson number 7. Let me see. It's only about 15 minutes, but I think that's plenty for now. You might want to go back over that C scale every day. My students study a song. They study generally out of some sort of a method sometimes. Generally, the younger guys and actually a lot of the older work on some reading every day. But we work on a lot of theory and a lot of technique, and we work on copying styles from other guitar players that they like, great guitar players that are out there. And underneath it all, we still work on the C scale, whatever positions. There are 3-note per scales, 3-note per string scales. There are positions all over everywhere. And we're going to get to all of that. So stay on that C scale every day. It's good for your technique, and do it to a metronome, or at least to a solid time, something that'll in your sense make you know how fast you're playing and that you're holding back and going for a good sound. So thanks for studying. I'd love to hear from you. Send me an email, give me a call. The information should be up for you to do so. And if you're in the Denver area, please come by and say hello.